Venezuela's fugitive ex-attorney general Luisa Ortega has lashed out again at her former boss. Speaking in Brazil after fleeing her home country due to alleged political persecution, she claims to have evidence that Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro was involved in corruption with construction company Odebrecht. In Venezuela, the death of rights has occurred. The stability of the region is at risk. Everything that's occurring to me is due to a series of complaints that I've made, but especially for attacking corruption. Back in Venezuela, video images aired on national TV appear to show police searching Ortega's Caracas home. The commentary says expensive items were recovered, which Ortega could only have acquired through corruption. Ortega used to be a key member of President Maduro's government, but broke with it last March. His new constitutional assembly fired her, and he's accused her of being part of a corruption network. A van containing gas bottles was cordoned off by Dutch security in the city of Rotterdam on Wednesday night following a tip-off from Spanish police. The vehicle had been parked near the venue for a rock concert which had earlier been cancelled due to the possible terror threat. The driver, who is said to be Spanish, has been detained for questioning. The city's mayor said the information from the Spanish police said there was an attack planned on a concert by an American band in the Marzilo concert hall. The band is called the Alalas. It's a strange name, but just a rock band. And that information was so serious that the police consulted with the organisers. The rock group claims to have received numerous messages from Muslims offended by the use of the word Allah in its name. Dutch police have said the incident is not thought to be linked to the attacks in Catalonia last week that followed a blast at a house full of gas canisters where the jihadists had reportedly been preparing explosives. Security is being tightened in major cities and tourist destinations across Spain since last week's twin terror attacks, but discreetly. Plant pots and bollards are being employed, along with increasing a police presence on the streets, anything to prevent vehicles from mowing down pedestrians. Spain's threat level is to remain at level 4, however security measures are to be enhanced in areas where there are large crowds. A meeting between Barcelona's mayor and regional officials put counter-terrorism measures at the top of the agenda. The aim is to strike a balance between security and not overloading residents with restrictions. In the regional capital, which receives around 30 million visitors, some 10% more police are to be deployed. Self-styled Islamic State, or ISIL, which has often shown its mastered video-making techniques, has issued another, but this time its fighters are heard making threats in Spanish against Spain for the first time. The extremists have already claimed responsibility for the attacks in Catalonia.
Serbia has withdrawn its diplomats from the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia. The incident coincides with reports that Skopje has been helping Kosovo secure membership of UNESCO. Serbia opposes all attempts of its former province to join international organisations as a sovereign country. However, the Serbian president also alluded to other offensive actions leading to the dispute. The problem is that someone is trying to create a political problem and to involve Serbia in it, and I won't allow that to happen. They gather information in order to harm Serbia by saying, for example, that Serbia is a kind of black hole in the Balkans, that we're plotting with Russia. The Macedonian Deputy Prime Minister said he'd learnt that Pristina hadn't even applied for UNESCO membership. Of course, we're closely following the situation. However, we wouldn't like to jump to conclusions. What we can do is welcome the statement of Serbian officials. A subsequent press release notes that, in a long telephone conversation, the leaders of the two countries have agreed to try and improve relations through dialogue. Rescuers in Macau are searching for people trapped in submerged cars after Typhoon Hato rampaged through the Chinese territory, trailing destruction in its wake. The strongest storm since 1968 killed at least 9 people, with more still missing. Winds of up to 200 kilometers per hour sent sheets of glass flying and severely damaged water supply in the offshore gambling hub. High-end casinos attempted to carry on as usual, even as their facades were torn away by gales. Although neighbouring Hong Kong classed Hato as a level 10 typhoon, Macau rated it at 3 until just a few hours before it hit, leaving the island woefully unprepared. Having also battered Guangdong province, Hato is now expected to weaken as it moves inland over China.
Ukraine's president said his country will do everything possible to become a member of NATO and the European Union. Petro Poroshenko said Ukraine has already achieved serious success on the path to European integration. Poroshenko was speaking during the country's Independence Day celebrations in Kiev. He says September 1st, in a week, the Ukraine-EU Association Agreement will take effect and become a roadmap of reforms for us. This is the only road we have, a wide Euro-Atlantic motorway, which leads us to EU and NATO membership. The agreement will promote deeper political and economic ties between Ukraine and EU member states.
In televidendo momento horen we een Spaanse comercial, horen ons tabak en deporte CBA.